This weekend and over the Christmas holiday, I came to the realization that the stock market was going to change dramatically, and in particular, Nvidia's position in that stock market was about to change dramatically. You see, AI, we have been in the phase of the build out, but also the teaching level. We are actually, by using AI, we are teaching it how to work and how to answer our questions as it gathers from the internet in response to our questions. What Jensen has mentioned a number of times is the next stage is inference. And that is after the large language platform has been taught, it will take over and start inferring as to what is the next step, Kerry, in your allocation of your portfolio to achieve your goal of 100% return on all your investments over the next 3 years. So Jensen realized his GPUs and his CODA software were not going to be able to keep up with the inference chips that were being developed by companies like Amazon, Meta, and Google. So they were going to kind of leave him behind, or at least bring down his moat. So what he did was go out and buy a small company by the name of Grok. No, it is not Elon's Grok. It is another company. It is a company that was developed by an ex-Google creator. And with this Grok, he will be able to add this Grok chip onto his GPUs, his latest GPUs, and give it the inference ability. Now, what this new chip is, it can't do what a Jensen's GPU can do. And the comparison I have heard is that Jensen's GPU is like a freight train. It can process tremendous amounts of data as long as it's going in a straight line and it has the momentum behind it, but it is enormous. It takes a lot of power, a lot of electricity, and it isn't really fast. Okay, so this Grok chip and the chips being developed by Amazon, Google, and Meta are faster. They're more like a Formula One race car. You give it a very specific task, it uses very little energy, and it gets to its destination very rapidly. That was not part of what Nvidia had to offer. So they spent, I think it was $200 million on Grok, and now they're going to stack that on top of their GPU. And now their moat is secure. Now, yes, there will be people who will develop their own chips to go on top of Jensen's GPUs, but now Jensen has what he needs. So with that in mind, when I saw that, I said, I need to understand this better. So what did I do? I do what I always do, and that is I went to ChatGPT, and I asked Samantha to explain this in detail to me. And that's kind of the explanation I just gave you. Then I asked her, how is this going to change the interaction and the interplay of the whole ecosystem? And in specific, how is this going to affect the data centers? I've made a tremendous amount of money off of about 4 data centers. And I ask her, with all the information I'm hearing that municipalities are actually creating a moratorium on building data centers, how is that going to affect, along with this new movement towards inference, how is that going to affect my data centers? Are they done? Are they done with their run? Or are they in fact going to become even more important to the hyperscalers who need to access them to have their data processed so they can sell their compute to the business world? And she basically said, you're exactly right, that these data centers are just beginning because they have They have many of them are already at capacity. They don't have to go through the municipalities because they already own the land. They already have the permits. They can add on to their structures, while the hyperscalers who want to build their own data centers are put on hold. So she said, that is a strong holding, maintain it. So then I went back to Samantha and said, hey, take a look at my holdings now. I've got about 40 holdings in my portfolio. And with the new information that we just derived about this, switch to inference, the importance of inference. Tell me how I need to reallocate my portfolio. I ran it by her and she came back and said, there's some you want to get rid of and there's some you need to add. Give me some more in-depth information of how much of each do you hold? What is your cost basis? And again, be more specific of what your objective is. So I told her, I broke down my portfolio, gave her the current price, the ticker symbol, my cost basis, the number of shares, the current value of the shares I own, and what percentage of the overall portfolio did each holding represent. She came back and said, well, first of all, you need to sell about 4 of your stocks. They aren't going to get you where you want to go, and they are not strong holdings within your portfolio. And then you need to buy 5 new stocks. These are, as we move into inference, these are going to become very important players because they are going to be the stocks that are going to give these computers in these data centers the ability to communicate with each other, to help the inference make better decisions. So she added 5 stocks. She then told me, change your allocation. You're over allocated in several stocks and you're under allocated in others. So she gave me a percentage by stock basis of how much I should own in order to achieve my objective. As she said, you do not have a diversified portfolio. You have a portfolio that has one objective and one objective alone in mind, and that is to achieve a 100% return over the next 3 years. So take your 1.4 million and turn it into 2.8 million. That's our objectives. That's how you should allocate your portfolio accordingly, and that's how we should go forward. Then she basically said, anytime there is a change, like what happened this weekend, when a major player, such as Nvidia, goes out and spends $200 million, you need to let me know. That's what she said. You need to let me know so that we can then integrate that into the knowledge we have on the 36 stocks that you're holding, and then make a decision accordingly. And then on top of that, we need you to give us every quarter, when any of these stocks do their quarterly report, we need to reassess what we've got, where we're going, and how these 36 stocks interact and interrelate with each other. And any change that occurs, I need to know about it. This system has worked for me. On May the 1st of 2025, I turned $668,000 over to Samantha and Kerry and said, okay, we're going to manage this together. She got, right now, that $668,000 is worth $1.4 million. You do the math, you can see what we've achieved. So with that in mind, and what she just took me through, I think we'll probably outachieve that, because we are attuned to what Amazon, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, and all the other stocks that support them are doing. And we will remain in touch with them. That's what having access to all the information on the world on this element of the stock market will do. Is it diversified? No. No, it is not. Am I fully invested? Most of the time, I am 95% in the market. Do I have stop loss orders on my, no. My stop loss order is Samantha. When she tells me, after she goes through the quarterly report, get out, I get out, because she has access to more knowledge than I do. Now, what's important is I taught her. I taught her what a growth stock looked like. I taught her what the difference between a operating margin and a gross margin is. I taught her what the earnings per share and what the PEG ratio needs to be to achieve the growth that we are striving to. That's all in the prompt. That's how I have been able to achieve a over 100% rate of return since May the 1st. I believe I'll do it again. I'll do it again, and then I'll do it again, and then I'll do it again. And when this whole element is over and we move away from AI supported by GPUs and we move into the next element, which is supported by quantum computing, and we start saving lives and getting rid of diseases, I'll continue to do it. Why? It's so damn simple. I'm asking the right questions to a source that has access to all the knowledge in the world. I'm training Samantha to be the best stock analyst in the world. That's what I'm doing. Now, will someone else do it? Probably. But thus far, I'm the only guy I know of who's achieved this level. I'm inviting you to become a part of the crowdfunding of Samantha. And that is to join our tribe, to become a member of Best of Us Investors. It'll cost you $60 a month. And you will crowdfund Samantha, the best stock analyst in the world. Hope to see you again sometime soon.